This is William K. Murtaugh, Mert Witness 1, and I want to discuss today Timothy Charles Holmseth and a complaint that he made. An article about him appeared in a website that portends to track down fake news. And in this case, Timothy Charles Holmseth, Abel Danger, and Phil McConnell were the fake news. Now, I have to admit that the article and the headline was a bit confusing. It took me a minute to figure out how to navigate the website. And from going to the website, I feel that Tim Holmseth was trolled with the truth. Now let me explain. The headline, as you see it here, said that there were orders given to Timothy Charles Holmseth. Now I'm not sure if this could be construed as misrepresenting the facts or slander. Yeah, that's going to have to be up to the reader. I found it a little bit deceitful, but be that as it may, Tim Holmseth made allegations as a result of what was in the article. He said that it was a federal document that had been altered, that is legal representation, which is Kirk Pendergrass and the E-Clause thing. We're going to take action against the company, the author, the publisher. Well, there's a problem with that. If Tim Holmseth is going to take an action against slander, he's going to lose. Because the 3 cases listed are, in fact, real. And he should know it because these are cases that he was directly involved in because he's the one that filed the case. He's the plaintiff in all 3 of these actions. Now, the one that seems to have got his attention was Timothy Holmseth versus the city of Hous, or Hous. Now, hopefully, I will be able to find out what the city of Hous is. I didn't know there was such a city in Minnesota, or if the city of Hous is a term. And I will provide, if I have time, the text from the research as to what the city of Hous is. But in reality, the lawsuit is an appeal that was filed regarding Tim Holmseth's ongoing bitch fest with Mr. Gilstead. This is something that had been going on for years and years and years, and I'm pretty certain that Tim Holmseth's recollection of his battle with Mr. Gilstead will be refreshed if he takes the time to read the court document. Now, what Tim apparently doesn't realize is that the link that was provided by the publisher is not to any kind of file sharing website. It's to the court where the case was heard. It's a federal document, yes. It's from the court. Now, I don't think some obscure blog owner, publisher, author is going to have the finesse that would be necessary to somehow get into a federal database and alter the document, because it's in the court records. Holmseth v. city of Hous, Hous. So I don't know how that got into the header. I've got some people I can talk to about it. I can look it up. I can do some research, and either when I publish this presentation or at a later date, I can find out what HUS means, if it's a city or if it's a term. So I'll have that in mind. But this just brings up how silly Tim Holmseth can get. You know, he comes up with this stuff rather than ignores it. And he just makes the situation worse. Now, what's going to happen is, you know, the few people that pay attention to this are going to spread it around. And eventually the explanation is going to be spread around as to what this one particular case is. It's got to burr up Holmeseth's ass, and he's going to realize that he's been made a fool of once again. But he's not going to say, oh, I made a mistake. I remember now what it was. My bad. I stand corrected. And goes away. He's never going to admit he's wrong. He's going to continue to smear this new publisher because he got trolled. And tomorrow or the next day he'll come up with something else to cry about. As it is Tim Holmeseth's way of doing things. And so, until the next time Tim Holmseth makes an outburst that we can all discuss, stay tuned. And also stay tuned as I follow the trial of Field McConnell. Until later, this is Mert Witness 1, William K. Murtaugh. Have a good one.